wish I was prettier, a little for you. Maybe I'll understand when I get older. I just
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about my labor and delivery. I did not record my whole process because I am a first time mom. It was just so much going on, shock. I'm going to tell it all in the video, but I do have little snippets so you can see what I was going through, and I'm going to just let you know how it went. So keep watching. Okay, so that day, September 27th, I had went to the nail shop that day. I was saying, oh, I'm gonna get me some nails one more time before my baby comes, because I still have like a week and some days left. So I was like, let me get long nails one more time before I have to get the mommy nails. And I got my nails, little nail appreciation. I got my nails and my feet done. And after that, at around 8 o'clock, I started having contractions. I'm thinking it's Braxton Hicks. So I took a walk, and an hour after my walk, I just started feeling really bad contractions. Like, it was worse. And it got to a point where it was 2 minutes apart. So me and my boyfriend just was like, okay, let's go to the hospital. So I grabbed all my stuff, and the whole time I'm paranoid on the way to the hospital. And it sucks because of COVID, he couldn't even come in the hospital with me until after I got my COVID test back, the results back. So I was in, the whole time of my labor in that hospital, I was in 3 different rooms. The first room I was in was like a little waiting room, sitting room for pregnant people. In that room, they had me on the monitors, and they was just checking how far my contractions were to see if I was in real labor. So that whole time, I was in that room for about an hour and 30 minutes. And the whole time I'm on FaceTime with my boyfriend because I'm already irritated. I'm alone, I'm scared, I'm in pain. So after that, I was only 2 centimeters when I got there. So they had me walk around the hospital for an hour. And after that hour, I came back, I jumped from 2 centimeters to 4. So that was good. And once I got to 4, I got admitted from my doctor finally at around 2 in the morning. So once I got admitted, then they could take my COVID test. So once they took my COVID test, that took about 30 to 45 minutes to come back. And once they came back, and of course I was good, I can finally let my boyfriend come. So I called him, and he came straight to the hospital, and they took me to the labor and delivery room, second room. So that's the second room, the labor and delivery room. That's where the I will actually push and all that other stuff. So once I got in that room, at that point I was nauseous. The contractions was not that bad. All that crying and stuff, I thought I was gonna be doing that, but wasn't that bad. Just really bad period cramps, and it's in my lower back. So, but everybody's different, so everybody might feel it differently. But wasn't that bad, and I was told I can get my epidural as early as I wanted to. So I tried to hold off. I tried to be a G. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a natural birth. I don't want the epidural. Once I got to that labor and delivery room, I was like, give me the epidural. So once I got the epidural, first off, that's the hardest part because you can't move, and while they're putting it in your back, you having constant contractions. So once my contraction hit, I was squeezing my nurse so bad, and she was just laughing. I was laughing because like, you really have to be still. You cannot move while they doing it. So after that epidural, it took 10, 15 minutes. I couldn't feel nothing. So I ended up asking the nurse to turn all the lights off in the room. I had put cartoons on the TV, and I knocked out. And remember, I was 4 centimeters. So after I woke up from my nap, which was only an hour, probably 45 minutes, because they always come in and check on me, I jumped from 4 to 8 centimeters that fast. So once I got the 8 centimeters, I'm still happy because I'm like, okay, I can't feel a thing. they're constantly checking my cervix and everything is good. So after that, once I hit 9, 10, my nurse did a test push with me. I didn't know they do that, but it was just so I can get the feeling of how, once all the doctors come in, like how I'm gonna push. So she had me push twice, and I couldn't feel nothing. So I had, I actually enjoyed my labor because I couldn't feel no pain, just pressure. Like pressure, like to where you will just be sitting there like, okay, I can feel something coming out, but no pain whatsoever. So once that happened, I pushed my baby out, and it was the next day, September 28th, I'm sorry, September 28th at 1:39 p.m. So, and I can add a little snippet in or whatever when I pushed her out and afterwards. So after that, we stayed in there for a good 2 hours just so they can check on me. And then I ended up in the third room. The third room is the room that you will be in until you get discharged from the hospital. The third room is a small little room, just a bed and a couch. Not a full couch, a 1-seat couch. So we sat in there, and that's when I was holding my baby, and I only had to get 2 stitches, which was so good because I thought I was gonna tear really bad. So my recovery has been awesome, amazing. And that's basically it. After that, we was only in the hospital for 1 day because my baby lab results came back good and I was good. They saw that my recovery was gonna be really easy, and once I asked, can I get discharged, they was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So that's the labor. Let's get into the postpartum stuff. Okay, so once I got discharged from the hospital, I immediately came home, and I'm gonna just let y'all know exactly what they give you for your stitches or just anything. So, and because you're gonna have really bad pains on your lower stomach. Till this day, it's been 2 weeks and I still kind of feel slight pain, not like real pains, but slight pains in my back. And I feel like it's because I got the epidural, but I'm not sure. But basically, once you leave the hospital, they give you a lot of stuff. Well, my hospital did. They gave me a lot of a lot of diapers, wipes, shampoo, body wash for my baby, and they also gave me these. These are the freeze pads, basically for, down there. It's supposed to help with the pain and burning. Now, during my postpartum and all that, I didn't have any burning. And that's what I was most afraid of when they first told me about it. It was like, you're gonna experience burning when you use the restroom and a lot of blood, this, and that. I bled heavy for 2 days. That's it. After that, I was not bleeding heavy at all. So don't be worried about that. But everybody's different. Gotta put that out there. So, but these are the freeze pads. It's still brand new. I didn't even use them because, again, I didn't have any burning sensations or anything. They give you this clear bottle. This is gonna be your best friend. Best friend is this bestie right here, okay? So this is for, because after you give birth, you can't use tissue. So they give you this to fill with water, and basically after you use the restroom, you spray down there to, clean yourself. And that's that. And it's also relief, kind of, feels good. It makes it feel better with cold water. I put freezing cold water in here. So that's that. I only use this again for those 2 heavy days. After that, I was good using baby wipes and stuff. They also give you this. It's basically the same thing as these right here, the freeze pads. It's the spray. I used this one time. Not really a fan of it, but they give you this. and felt it made you have it makes you have a relief. But again, used it one time, y'all might love it. So that's that. To the stuff that started happening after, like the changes and everything. So I'll start with my breastfeeding. I do breastfeed, and I choose to breastfeed because it's the healthier way to go. My nieces were breastfed. I seen that it did them very well. I know a lot of people don't like breastfeeding because it's time consuming, but I just want to try it out, you know, see how it goes. So breastfeeding, that is a really big, what's the word? I can't even think of the word, but it is time consuming, but I don't mind it. I know that my baby is getting all her nutrients and everything that she needs. So I didn't have a problem with my baby latching on. It's another reason why we got discharged early from the hospital. She latched on right after she came out, like right afterwards. So we haven't had any problems with her eating. She eats every 3 to 4 hours, like literally every 3 to 4 hours. And me, not everybody does this, but I'll write down the time that she eats just to make sure that it doesn't go on 5 hours and she haven't ate or anything. And I'm starting to try to make bottles because she's not used to drinking out of a bottle, of course, and she does not like it. So I think I'm gonna put that to the side a little bit more. I'm gonna wait till she's about 2-3 months. But breastfeeding is pretty much easy. The thing I will say is when you leave the hospital too, they give you heat packs. Those heat packs you can use for your chest or for your back when you have cramps and stomach. So I use them, and I also have my own heating pad here. I usually put my heating pad on my chest when I'm not breastfeeding, and that just helps my milk. They say it's supposed to help produce more, or just the swelling, and because your boobs will get hard when you don't breastfeed for a certain amount of time. So those 3 hours after she eats, my boobs might get really, really full and it'll start to hurt. So that's when your breast pump comes in handy, and you'll just probably need the breast pump, and that's about it. Breastfeeding is pretty much easy to me. I'm still trying to learn the bottle thing, even though I'm probably not going to use them. But, you know, once she starts going to my mom's house, and my mom watches her, I'm going to have bottles. So I'm going to try to put myself in that process of actually pumping and making bottles. And if you have any suggestions on how to get her to latch on better to the bottle, please let me know. Like, I'll really appreciate it. The next little topic I'm going to talk about is my food change. Now, my doctor didn't put me on a diet once I left the hospital, which I thought that he would, you know, the whole don't eat this, stay away from that. But he said I can pretty much eat anything I wanted. Of course, I know to stay away from greasy foods because I am breastfeeding, and I just feel like they'll interfere with my breast milk. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I don't eat too bad anyways. I try to stay away from the greasy foods, and I'm starting to try to eat because my whole pregnancy I had low iron, so I try to eat greens now, a lot of greenery foods and fruit. So diet wise, your doctor might put you on a diet, he might not, but I didn't have a diet, so I'm living my best. Now I'm going to talk about how I feel emotionally about my labor and delivery, and just how everything's been going. I was really scared about getting postpartum depression, but I've been really good, really happy. My baby, just seeing my baby in my face makes me smile all the time. I haven't been sad or anything. And I feel like a lot of people are different because they do experience postpartum depression, but I feel like you should be okay. Don't go into your labor scared like I did. I was scared for a few minutes. Your nurses are gonna be right there. They're gonna be telling you you're gonna be okay. And once you know, you hear all that, you kind of cool down. Up until the labor part, when you got to push, that's when I got scared. Even though I couldn't feel a thing, it was just the point of, okay, like, I really got to push. And that's the hard part. When you have an epidural, you can't feel yourself pushing. So me pushing, like, I don't even know if I was pushing or not. They just kept saying, good job, keep going. You're doing so good. So I was just like, just steady pushing with everything in my body. So, but the advice I can give to y'all is just don't go in there nervous. You know, you're gonna have your family member by your side, best friend, a friend, just anyone, your nurses, if you don't have anyone, you know, and they're gonna be right there telling you everything's gonna be okay. Think positive. Just think about the fact that you're about to bring a bundle of joy into the world. And that's about it. I mean, labor and delivery is a good experience, no matter how old you are. That's really what I heard a lot, because I am 19, and you know, you have people with their own opinions like, oh, you're too young, this, and that. Just try to block all of that out. You're bringing a blessing into the world. It's, you know, a good feeling after you push your baby out. It's a relief. And then holding your baby in your arms is just happiness all over. So, you know, try to block out all negativity. Do not stress during your pregnancy. Don't stress while you're in labor. Everything is going to be okay. I promise you. Now I'm going to talk about working out. I chose to not really rush into trying to snap back into my old body like a lot of people do, just because of the fact that I want to enjoy my baby, you know, and not be trying to put her down and then go work out and do, you know, like, I don't have time for all that. I'll get into that in, you know, about a month. But I mean, even if you don't work out, there's nothing wrong with wearing a waist trainer. And I'm going to put a little picture video right here to show you that I do wear a waist trainer. I try to wear it every day, but also if you wear it too early, like I did try to put it on a week after labor, and just right when I put it on, it felt good, but probably an hour or two later, I could just feel the inside of my stomach, like my organs or whatever. It was just, they felt so uncomfortable, and it was uncomfortable for me to the point where I was just like taking it off so fast because it was hurting. So I suggest wait 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and then you can put your waist trainer on, and you'll be fine. I also put, just like I did when I was pregnant, cocoa butter all over my stomach before I put my waist trainer on, and afterwards when I get out the shower, I put it on again. I didn't have any stretch marks from my pregnancy, and I hope to stay that way. And I don't want loose skin, which is why I'm wearing the waist trainers now. So that's gonna be the end of this video, guys. I hope this video helped a lot of you, some of you, one of you. And I'm gonna try to post more and more videos. Even though I do have a newborn, I'm gonna try to put her in some videos also. And that's about it. You know, I really want my channel to prosper and get bigger and bigger. That's my goal for the end of this year, and we're gonna get to it, period. Okay, so that's about it. Thanks for watching.